So let's get started properly. And what I'm going to do is use a very common example to everybody, which is the car. I think most people are reasonably familiar with what can go on with a car. A breakdown in a car is a nasty surprise. Fortunately, nowadays it doesn't happen very often, but it still can happen. And the worst thing that can happen is you're on your way to an important meeting and suddenly your car stops and you're stranded on the middle of the motorway somewhere, can't get any further. You really want to avoid that. Now, in terms of maintenance, there are basically three approaches. You've got reactive maintenance, which is another word for run to failure or breakdown maintenance. So you wait until something breaks, then you fix it. That is generally thought of as not a good idea. You don't get a chance to plan anything, and everything always breaks down at the most inconvenient moment. So we generally try to avoid that for the larger items, but there's some examples later where you can still use that. Now, the first strategy to avoid reactive maintenance is preventive maintenance, where you have that regular service and you take it in every year to get everything checked over and make sure everything's going to run for the next year with no problem. Or the third strand of maintenance is predictive maintenance, which is also known as condition-based maintenance. So you are looking at how the machine is performing, the car in this case, and looking at the gauges and the temperatures and everything like that, so that you can decide whether maintenance is required. So you've got these three basic approaches to maintenance. Now, when you look on the internet and talk about maintenance strategies, you see lots and lots of different names for these three approaches, but basically it's always going to be one of these three. So predictive maintenance is also known as condition-based maintenance, or reliability-centered maintenance, it's sometimes called, whereas preventive maintenance is sometimes called time-based maintenance. And as I said, reactive maintenance is breakdown maintenance. You see lots of different names for them, but there's basically these three types.